Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Leigh?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Leigh.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Brunch.
Oh.
Yep, we're back, hey Mo.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Mukbang with Aim and Leigh. We're the Munch UK. Leigh, tell them what we've got on the menu.
We have a cooked, well, traditional English breakfast. Can't say British because different countries like Wales stuff have different things on their breakfast. This is traditional English.
Alright, so I'm just going to point it out to you what we have. So here we have bacon, sausage, mushrooms,
Sorry, it's an accident.
eggs, beans, baked beans, tomatoes and hash browns.
No, not just any old hash browns though.
I think they're cheesy.
Cheesy hash browns, guys, which we've never tried before, so this will be a first. First time also I try mushrooms and chopped tomatoes.
Oh my god, I'm just really...
We're going all out, eh, Mo?
You guys are very privileged.
Hey.
Now, I have this with brown sauce.
Brown sauce.
And...
I'll just have to put red sauce on mine.
yeah. And I'm also going to discuss today beans on toast. Okay. So the other day I was watching like Americans try traditional British food. And beans on toast is like a thing there which they don't quite understand why we do it, because beans, they say, oh, beans is a breakfast food. Try it. And the ones that have tried it have either, it's like Marmite, you either love it or you hate it. And a lot of them was like, wow, this is a taste sensation. And it is, because like they were saying, the butter melts into the bread, mixes with the juice of the beans, and it's really nice. And it's a staple food for us Brits.
And we was actually asked the other day to do a beans on toast mukbang, which we might do. We're going to have to find a way to make it look fancy though, and probably put it on the other channel. I won't put it on this one.
I don't think that. I don't see. Look at it fancy. Do it the way it's done.
Like a mountain of baked beans, like a baked bean mountain. So it's official, guys. I've discovered. I always used to think that sheep herding or working at the Lego museum place where they build all the Lego, I used to think that was the hardest job you could have in the world. It ain't. Working in
robots.
No, working in a greasy spoon cafe is the hardest job you could have in the world. I made this breakfast for dinner. This is our dinner time. It's a pain in the arse to keep this lot warm, to make it, to fit it. I hate it. I'm not doing it again. No chance. In future, we'll go to... Oh, you can't even see it, guys, because... I'll try and show you. A runny egg there. Woo! That's a good picture.
Yeah, so... it just... So, someone's got a bit of work going on outside, so if you hear a bit of work noises... But yeah, beans on toast, we find in England like a staple food in the morning for breakfast, but you don't have to have it for breakfast. You can have it any time of the day. Now, what were these like then, Leigh?
Okay. Just like hash brown, but with cheese in the middle. It's not a very runny cheese, unfortunately. I think if maybe they'll put some cheese on top, it would be really nice. I've gone a bit cheese mad lately, I have. From not liking cheese at all, I have it quite often now.
I think that's with the help of these videos, that this toast is quite hard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The toast was done like 10 minutes before the rest of the food because it's trying to keep it all warm, plus dishing up other people's, and his mum's in tears. It's a nightmare. I don't think I actually showed you the size of the sausages, guys. These aren't like normal sausages. These are like jumbo walls sausages. Right, let's try mushroom. See what the fuss is about.
Do you want to try it with bacon?
No, I'll just try it like this. So, I don't like mushrooms when they're normal, you know, when they're all slimy. No. So let's see if they're any better like that.
What a bit.
What?
If you pair it with that so Leigh's going to try this on his own first, but then he's going to try it with a bit of bacon and a touch of brown sauce like us Brits do.
Right, let's just give it a whirl.
I will put the whole thing in. It's like a meaty, beefy taste. It's not a bad taste at all by far. For me, it's more psychological.
I'm not in a rush to eat one again.
Now, what did you find about that?
I prefer that to a slimy mushroom. Have you not touched your food yet?
Oh yeah, no, put a bit of bacon with it.
Alright, I will in a sec. Let's get some more food in before it goes cold. I will do, but...
You don't want to make them go cold.
Alright, here we go, cold. Yeah, I've had slimy mushrooms, you know, when you have it in food and so I don't like them. But fried, I don't know, it's not the best, it's not the worst.
Right, we're going to try this. Try it now, Leigh, and then we can... I want you to know what you think. But that is your dinner. Break a bit of that and I'll give you some brown sauce.
No brown sauce?
No, just have the combination, just to try it.
Well, I still like brown sauce, so it doesn't do it for me.
But it might do with a bit of bacon. And a bit of mushroom.
It really isn't.
And dip it in that. No, it's not, that's it, that's it. But then you might actually think it's alright. When it's with bacon and brown sauce, the taste sensation is quite nice. Still don't like
I'll still give it a miss.
No?
I've tried it, that's the main thing. I won't be coming back to a mushroom again, saying, ooh, get in my belly. No. But
it's a psychological thing for me.
it's not, well, for you, maybe. But I mean, I did try some black pudding a while ago on a previous video. I prefer the mushroom to black pudding, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's still not something I'm going to rush out to buy a lot more mushrooms. We buy them every time we go shopping, never get eaten.
Yeah. You got to have a bit of salt on your tomatoes.
Oh. So yeah, we adjusted the lighting, guys. I won't be doing it again, but we'll stick with it for today because it's already done. So is everyone well? For a start off, that's what I meant to say. We've had a request for a shout out. I can't remember who the hell it is, so we're going to do it on the next video. I apologise for that.
It's really gloomy. It's a Wednesday afternoon. It's horrible out here today.
It was alright this morning, just gone crap since then.
Yeah, really nice. Where did you get these?
We got them from Iceland. What else? Jeez. Have you heard about all that hassle with Adele? Have you seen about it?
Yeah.
People were proper kicked off about Adele.
All I saw was about
I've got to shut that window.
celebrating a weight loss.
Pardon me. Sorry guys, that's just a couple of things. Yeah, I was just saying about Adele there. I don't know if anyone... By the time you got to see this, it'll be... They used to say in England, it'll be...
Yesterday's chip paper.
Yeah, tomorrow's shit paper or whatever, when there was like a bad story out about you, like if you're in the press for the wrong reasons. Like, don't worry, tomorrow you'll be yesterday's chip paper, basically.
Yeah.
But basically Adele has gone around and she's caused a bit of trouble. They don't actually do not really wrong, I don't think, but it's upset a lot of people. And I was just going to ask Gaines' opinion, but she hadn't even seen out about it. But this is what she's had done. Hold on. I won't show it on there, guys. Oh, bloody hell. Look at her when it comes off there. You see it?
Okay.
Can you see what she's done?
Like twist bun type things.
No, there's a name for it. What the hell's the name for it now? Bantu knots, they're called.
Okay.
It's like a Jamaican hairstyle, from what I've read online, and people are really annoyed at her for trying to sort of say, "Look, I'm part, you know, I'm one of you," and they're like, "No, you're really not, love." But a lot of people are really angry at her.
Because of her hairstyle.
Yeah, because
I couldn't comment because I don't know anything about it.
Well, that's it.
No, I mean, what are the signs she's done?
It's like a black person, a Jamaican person, going round trying to like look as much as a white person as they could, like with the hairstyles and stuff.
Alright.
It's a cultural thing. Them Bantu knots are like quite, you know, only Jamaicans, because Jamaican women apparently over the years have been turned down for jobs because of that hairstyle.
That's ridiculous.
Some women have been sent home from work, or kids have been banned from school for having them sort of hairstyles, and yet there she is saying, "Look at me, I'm Adele. I've lost all this weight, and I can go around with this in my hair now." And a lot of people have took offence to it, all over Twitter and whatnot.
I did see something yesterday about this on Facebook, and I just thought it was on about the weight loss.
No. That can't be natural, can it, Christ? 7 stone in the first time she did it.
You can if you're doing like an extreme type thing. Well, I think basically it's an odd one, isn't it? That because if it's a cultural thing, you know, did she know that? Maybe she didn't know it. I don't know. What do you think?
People have said they don't have an issue with being at the carnival where, you know, like the feather boa or whatever it is. I can't remember what's in the picture now. You know, go around in the bikini top. A problem. So there's just one step too far with the hair, especially as people from like Jamaican culture have been sort of, you know, prejudiced against, I guess you'd say, over the years for having the hair that type. You know, banned from school, like I said, stopping
exactly
from getting jobs.
I don't get that. I've never understood that. Because Tia, when she had like braids in her hair, oh, that's too much. You shouldn't wear your hair like that. But at the end of the day, why not?
We've got strict schools on these days.
But we never get told. Oh, obviously with the dyeing of the hair, that's a different thing. But hairstyles, like the girls in my school, never got told.
No.
And if it's a cultural thing, I don't think they should say you shouldn't do it.
There was never an issue in my school because I went to a school which was pretty much, we're talking like 15, 20 years ago. That was like pretty much 99% white people. There was a couple of Indian boys there, and one lad from, he was like Jamaican. That was about it. In the whole school, one Jamaican lad. They never no issues. No, you know, he was all mates and everything, but no issues like hairstyles and stuff like that. Or cultural issues in general with people.
It's an hard one. I really don't think she would have done it to be rude, as she was supporting.
She's not doing it to be rude, actually. It's just a lot of them have taken offence to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because I think it's like more of a cultural thing, that's fair enough. But I saw something on Facebook yesterday about this situation, and I really wasn't taking much notice. And then there was this one boy who we know, and he was like, he's a mixed race lad, and he wasn't saying, he says, I personally think Adele looks good and there's nothing wrong with the situation. And somebody else said something, and then the other person turned around and said something about, well, everybody has the same hair things now anyway, so what's the problem? And I was like, what? I thought it was just on about weight loss. I think if that's the culture, like if you was from Jamaica, then that'd be all right, wouldn't it? At the end of the day, but you wouldn't wear like a turban, would you? For no reason, if you understand what I mean. It means something as well. I think turban means something as well. Something like, I can't say I'm not cultured enough to know.
Sacred, ain't they? But the point is, though, I think if a person who wasn't famous, if it wasn't Adele, and they went around with the hair, it probably wouldn't have been an issue. Because it's Adele, and very famous, maybe seen a little bit inappropriate, and you know, she didn't need to do it basically, did she? But either way,
I think with those sort of things, rule of thumb is always look into it before you do anything. And I mean, it looked pretty good. If I was the person who did it, you know, I would have perhaps warned her and said, look, you know, you do know what this symbolises.
Yeah, you could be in for a bit of trouble next tomorrow, love, in the newspapers. Guess who's well, not guess he's got married, but Ed Sheeran got married.
I know he's had a baby, hasn't he?
I don't know if he's got. Is it a baby?
He's had a baby.
Oh, it must be his baby's name then. My bad. I just seen the front of the paper whilst I was paying for the ketchup, and I thought he'd got married to this woman. I was like, how far do people go to have stupid names these days? And now I find out it's his kid's name. I mean, seriously, what's the need? So, his kid is called, let me get this right now, something. First name's whatever. The first name weren't too bad, it was just a normal name. Second name, Antarctica. Third name, must be like his Mrs. surname, which was like Snowman or something or other. And then fourth name, Sheeran. So, I mean, already this kid has a lot going against her. Look who her dad is. Look at the hair. You know, he actually has that little kid is going to have a tough time when she gets older. Don't matter how rich her parents are. It's true. I was called Ginger in school. I had the mick took out of me all the time.
That's pathetic because Ginger hair's really nice.
No, but it did happen. And then your dad did shooting. Okay, he's friends with Stormzy and all the rest. That's all cool for when she's growing up. Oh yeah, me dad's mate. Yeah, he's Grandad Stormzy. Because when that kid's like 15, Stormzy's like 70.
Leigh, that child will be protected anyway.
Obviously.
She's not exactly going to be going to...
She's still going to have stuff said to her about her ginger hair. It's going to
What
happen
if
to all
she's
kids.
stunning?
Yeah, but that's the only thing she might have gone for. If you're a lad and you got ginger hair, you ain't got a chance in school. No chance at all. But then to call your kid Antarctica, what's the need? So let me think of what is the most odd name. If you could think of a name now, and that was going to be your name for the rest of your life, or for your kid, you got a new kid coming to the world, you got to pick a really distinguished name. What would you call your kid?
That was a bit odd.
Like a really odd name, yeah.
Wally.
That's not that odd.
Well, I think it's quite crazy.
I knew a Wally. Could never find him. I was also saying, where's Wally at?
I love Where's Wally.
I seen Where's Wally's missus, didn't we, when we was in Asda?
Who?
The girl on the vlog. I said, oh, there's Where's Wally's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. I don't like things like Snowdrop and things like that. Or I don't mind Bluebell, but
You got to pick something odd. I think I would go personally for, if I was having a son now these days, and I had to think of something. And I was just told, look, you got to pick an odd name and stick with it.
You know, like Kanye West kids, like North. Yeah. I'm not.
No, I'd probably go West Midlands, but especially if it's like where it's conceived, it would be West Midlands. That'd be an odd one for the poor kid. No, I think I'd go with, for my kid, Captain Pugwash. That'd be my son's name if I had one these days. I mean, back in the day, it was like normal to call him Dave. I feel sorry for Daves. Dave is such a boring name. I mean, if you call Dave, well done. But, where's Dave? Well, he's with Dave number 2 and Dave number 3 and Dave number 4. Just all the Daves hang around together. I've had a few Daves mates over the years. They're all a bit...
Years ago, that was a
Dave.
common name, like when we was growing up. But I think Antarctica's a little bit...
Just a bit far...
fetched.
Far-fetched. Sorry.
What about, like, I like old style names, like Ivy and things like that.
Well, our dogs, we're already going for old girls' names with our dogs, Elsie and Doris. Guess you could call them, I don't know, old style names. What about you, the bloody name?
Like Ivy, like Mavis. I know these kind of names are coming back through.
If I was a kid these days and somebody called me Mavis, my parents, I'd be so angry at them.
You want to count yourself lucky? My dad wanted to call me Cleet or Bernard.
That's worse.
My mum was going to call me Luke if I was a boy.
And mine. No, shit.
What are the chances?
No, what was the name I was going to be called now? Oh, Nathaniel, or Nathan, and me.
No, it was Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. And my nan always said, if you call him Nathaniel, I'll call him Natty. And I was like, you're not doing that. Well, you're not sure. I will, you can't stop me. So then they changed it. Okay, this toast has got to be the toughest toast I've ever had in my life. Oh,
Tough toast.
Too tough.
Tomato taste.
I'm really good about this breakfast.
You got to put salt on it.
I have done, I think. I'll get complaints now about the amount of salt.
Oh no.
I'm doing it against my own free will, guys. I've been meant to put the salt on there.
You do need a bit of salt.
Well, I've had it now. A bit like tomato soup, I think. But
Do you think it's
not as nice. Yeah, I don't like it that much. I've tried it. I'm trying new things here. I mean, you can't always just stick to beans on toast with a fried egg on the side, can you?
Why don't you try a piece of egg and bacon, like a real traditional thing, just a little bit of that and a bit of that together. So now you just dip in
No,
the
I will in a minute. You get eating, I'll get eating.
Leigh, I literally am.
Well,
You keep eating a sausage.
I know, because I had 2 sausages. My second sausage right here. Auntie is a crafty little sod, I tell you. So,
Why?
my phone broke yesterday, Ron. I was like, alright, that's a pain in the arse. I need to get a new phone at some point. Well, Tia had a spare phone. And I said, do you mind if I borrow it? And, well, I'll have it off her if I can't get myself another one in the next few days. She said, oh, okay then. I said, well, yeah, I'll give you 25 quid now, and I'll give me till next week, another 25 quid if I want to keep the phone, and otherwise you got 25 quid for doing nothing. And because she has a second phone anyway, that's not a problem.
So do you.
Yeah, that was my second phone that broke. One's for recording and one's for everyday use. Anyways, Tia says, yeah, that's fine. So today I give her 25 quid. And she says, I'll just call it quits after that. I said, no, I'll give you the other 25 to you. You'll give me your phone, whatever. You got 50 quid for the phone. She says, I was going to give it for free anyway. I said, what do you mean? She says, I weren't going to charge you for it in the first place. I said, you mean I'll just give you 25 quid for nothing? She says, just call it compensation for deleting my music when you had the phone off me. I was like, you cheeky little bugger.
Aww.
What?
She shouldn't have said anything.
She just got 25 quid for nothing.
Right. So, we will do this together then.
Why do I do it together? I just want to eat my dinner.
Yeah, but you said that you're about trying stuff, so
yeah,
I'll wait for you.
For Christ's sake.
It's about like, you know, when they say, oh, bacon and eggs together.
No, I don't know when they say bacon eggs together, because I just say I don't like either really. I have an egg to dip in.
Just break a bit off and have a bit of both.
I'll tell you what, people, just when you're next time you eat a dinner, just eat it on your own.
Yeah, but this is a mukbang. This isn't a dinner like that. You're trying different tastes.
Why are you tasting new things home? I could have brought you something in to try.
That you've never had before.
I could have brought you some chocolate in to put with your breakfast.
People do eat chocolate and...
What, and they fry up at the same time? Well, we're too far away for people to even see this. We're on the bloody moon over here.
That's what they have, bacon and eggs. It's a nice taste.
It's alright.
It does this all the time.
I like eggs in bread. I like a fried egg sandwich. I like sausage and egg sandwiches. I don't like the consistency of a fried egg on its own. I really haven't been able to stop you talking today, Anne. You've been a bloody chatterbox.
I've been contributing. You look at the beginning of the video, I was well aware with the beans on toast.
Yeah. Well, not last time.
I still am trying to hold back. Because I don't want to lose my voice fully again. I must admit, it's getting there.
Yeah, I was going to sending like 4,000 voice notes on the night time to lovely Claire and Nadine and Brandon and Mo and everyone else.
Yeah, but I do like sending my voice notes. I must admit, it's just easier sometimes, isn't it? Typing. So we was talking today because we was meant to be going abroad next week. Because I've been out today with Donna, our friend.
How do, Donna, if you're watching?
Yeah, we had a lovely, lovely day, and we was meant to be going away next week to Alcudia, and we were saying about next year and like what are the chances of things changing. And I thought, well, we went into lockdown in March, and from the beginning of the year, so it's been around 9 months, hasn't it, that this has been about.
9 months, is it?
Well, it's been before that, hasn't it?
Well,
It was like last year, the year before last, but
Well, it's that effective, it was like March.
so
March, April, May, June, July, August.
7 months, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 7 months now, Christ.
And then I said, like, well, you know, we're not far off, are we, from Christmas? So what are the chances of it being gone by June? And that's why we aren't booking anything until then. But what are you guys doing? Are you, who's been abroad? I'd like to know. I know, Ed, who was talking to the, on the phone today, said he's off to Cyprus on Monday. Or have you had a staycation and stayed in England? What have you done? What activities have you done with your family? I'd love to know.
Let us know what you get up to.
Whether you've been on an activity holiday outside, camping, like holiday parks. What would you have normally have done? Or you might have chose to have done that anyway. But like I say, we're going to away in England. But whether it's something you'd rather do, or would you prefer to go abroad? Obviously, abroad's nice, but there are some beautiful parts of the UK.
From now on, we've said in the past, haven't we? Obviously, when everything settles down, we'll only go abroad. Well, I only want to go abroad just because you pay a lot of money out to go in England. I mean, it ain't bloody cheap. And then you get there, and the weather's like this. I mean, this is September now. We had this all through August, most of July. The weather in the UK, apart from April and May, I think it was alright. Apart from that, it's been crap. All the real summer, which is June, July, August, absolutely terrible. Blimey. Yeah.
We had a better week, didn't we?
I know down south is different. You know, there was
Cornwall especially has it really nice.
Yeah, there was days when we was in and it's horrible, and then they were showing pictures on the TV and people were like it was packing out the beach. I get that.
Yeah.
But we went in August last year to Torquay and the weather was a disaster. Pretty much 5 out of 7 days.
It was.
And it cost us like well over £1,000 just for the caravan. You can go abroad for that. It's just silliness.
Yeah, I mean, like, the advantages of being abroad, it's there on your doorstep, isn't it? It's like, literally. Do you want them?
It? No.
Literally, like, you can just sit and watch the world go by, can't you, by the sea? When we was in Torquay, especially with Mum being in a wheelchair, like, it's constant catching taxis or catching the bus. Whereas abroad, you can literally, you know, because we had to add an adaptive taxi. That's the thing. Like, couldn't be a normal car, so we had to do that. And like I said, like that's why I was looking forward to going to Spain, because it was just going to be so simple. And our villa was very much to the front, wasn't it? Very close to all the amenities, so you could just walk there and back each night.
And unless you need to actually, unless you want to go somewhere off, away from the area where you're at, like when we went to Alcudia last year. Calamilla, sorry. We did not catch one bit of transport at all. Because you don't really drive when you're abroad. Who wants to do that? You can do if you want them adventurous types. I want to go abroad and go up a soddy mountain in the car.
To me, that's the last thing you wanna do.
We just like to take it easy. So, like, whereas when we're in the UK, you're here, there, and everywhere when you're abroad, or when you're on holiday. So, let's go and see this. Let's go and see that. Let's go and see that. Let's go and see that steeple. Let's go and see that bench where that man took a poo that one day when he was pissed. It's not entertaining to me, and it does made it. So to go abroad, it's like, okay, we need to find our way around. We need to find out where the taxis are and everything. We caught one like little tourist train that took you all around the island. We caught that twice in like one day.
Like £2.50 or something.
Yeah, it was ridiculous because when we went to Torquay with Bren in taxis, like £20 each way just to get to the town centre.
I made an extortion out of the fact it was an adaptable taxi. I mean, like, it was round the corner, wasn't it?
So it's cost us like 40 quid a day just to go and see stuff whilst I was in Torquay. Whereas when we was in Calamilla, it cost us like 5 quid the whole 9 days we was there, I think. Absolutely ridiculous.
And I'm sure it's like a jump on, jump off thing.
Oh yeah, you could get on and off twice in one trip. It's absolute stupidness, but the point is, for me, going abroad is the one to do. But right now, I would not risk booking anything for future. Do last minute booking. I don't know if that's what Ed's has done, but just literally go next week. At least then you know what everything's like in terms of lockdown and quarantine, all that sort of stuff.
It's not the country I'd worry about. It's the plane.
It's the cats I'd worry about. All the stray cats. You just want to bring them all back.
Today, Donna said to me, she said, this plane full of people come back from Portugal, and 100 of them tested positive for it.
Oh, that's the hash browns, guys, with the cheese in the middle. I'm not going to open it because the cheese will go everywhere it's in there. I've had enough of them now, though.
And I thought, well, if you imagine a plane, so like your oxygen is in the plane, obviously, but it's filtered around, isn't it, in the system? So when it's going through, it just freaks me out that it's like refiltered air. So a disease or a pandemic It's not going to disappear in a filter necessarily, is it?
Well, I don't want to worry about it, and I know you are, but in terms like, you got to... I mean,
but like that plane, 100 of them tested positive.
Yeah, I get that, but my point is though, you say you sitting around, oh bloody hell, what if this happens, what if that happens, got to wear a mask everywhere. I mean, this one I don't get made around. So, you can't go in Tesco without a mask. You can go and sit in McDonald's next to someone else, you don't have to wear a mask. What's that all about? Like, you can go in Sainsbury's, go wear a mask. Go in any shop in the UK, you have to wear a mask. But they don't though. People ain't, and no one's stopping them. So I walk around and bloody mask thinking, what the hell's that idiot doing without a mask on? But then you can go and sit in a pub, restaurant, McDonald's, wherever, don't have to wear one.
Well, I
Where's
think
the
funny,
logic?
in Wolverhampton, you got a place called the Manchester Centre and the Walfront Centre. So in the middle of the Walfront Centre, you have like a cafe in the middle of, surrounded by shops that are under roof. So you say like that's the cafe, and you're walking past the cafe, you got to wear a mask. Just there, you don't have to wear a mask, but they do. You know, and I don't get that. I think, well, I guess I get it, that's an eating situation, but what about, like, he's in the cafe, this is how close the cafe is to where you're supposed to wear a mask. Like, there's a bar, and it's all under the same damn roof.
Yeah,
but what if I sneeze on Leigh, he's in the cafe? What if I give it him, and then he gives it everybody else in the cafe? But he's allowed to be in the cafe.
It's absolute stupidness. Because like I says, you know, like, there's a florist next to this cafe, and
the florist, let's say,
yeah, it's not much more than
you
that.
can sit that much close to that florist.
Yeah, so there's the florist person's there doing the flower job, you know, putting some bunches of flowers together for Percy who wants to go and see his nan or whatever. And then I'm in the cafe, she coughs, she's got, well, whatever. And then she gets it, and that's it, wipes out half a cafe. And then back to working in a cafe. This would be easily the hardest job ever. Then you're throwing COVID on top of that. Sod that. I ain't working no grease and spoon cafe. It's too much hassle. And that's me done. Are you done?
Yeah, but you had a point now, like, this florist, no word of a lie, is there, and all her customers are like right around her.
Barney.
And then you're like right there, and obviously you can social distance. But today in the pub, like, there was quite a few people about, and me and Donna noticed, like, some of the staff were wearing the visors, some of them wasn't. The men really wasn't wearing them, but the women was. They was behind a bar, and I thought, well, if you're all going to do it, fine. But if you're not going to, some of you are and some of you aren't, what's the point in anybody doing it in the first place?
It's like when they first brought it out, like, it's the law. You have to wear a mask. Okay.
I mean, I always do.
I'll start taking a mask out of me. But then I'd go in the shops, and I thought it was in B&M's, I think, which is a shop here in the UK. I went in this shop, I was like, we will put our masks on, me, I'm Tia and Brim. Waiting, none of the staff had it. I was like, hang on, what the hell's up with this?
When we was away recently, there was a man at the train station, and he went to this bloke, he went, sorry sir, are you exempt? And he just, like, he put his mask on, didn't he? But it was awkward, wasn't it?
There's a lot of people who ain't saying anything now. Like in the shops, there's a hell of a lot of customers wandering around without a mask on. Oh, you'll get a shop where everyone's got one on, apart from one person. You're like, what the hell are you doing, mate? Because like, they don't care. They don't look like they even give a damn.
They might have problems, so.
No, they didn't. Just ignorant. You could just tell. Some people are just ignorant.
Can't say that.
I could see it was on his face. He looked ignorant to the fact that he had to wear a mask.
Could have something there.
They have to have a badge on them, I'm saying, I can't wear a mask.
You don't.
And they do, they have to have a thing on them. I've seen this woman a while ago who first didn't have one on, and she had a sign around it. Rather than, hi, I'm homeless, can you feed me pigeons? It was, hey, I don't have to wear a mask, I'm exempt. And this bloke didn't have that on.
Letter.
No, well, they can't carry a letter around their neck, can they?
Pocket.
Who would see it then, though?
They don't wear them around the neck.
Asked Tia, it was in Lidl, and there was a woman walking around there. It was the first time I've seen it, with a note round her neck, or a badge, or
lanyard,
or a plaque. A what?
A lanyard.
I thought you said something else then. Yeah, so she had this thing around it, said, I don't have to wear a mask, fuck off, leave me alone. And everyone did. They all kept well away. Oh, she's special. Maybe like the Queen's servant or something. Let's leave her be. No, I didn't do that.
Is this the truth?
Yes, it's the truth.
Look at me.
It's the truth. I promise you, she had a thing around it saying, fuck off, I'm exempt. I promise you she did. You wouldn't want to mess with her. She looks scary. I wouldn't mess with her. So there's no wonder the security guard let her be.
But you are bullshitting, aren't you?
No. I'm not a Billy
No,
bullshitter.
I really wanted to know about that.
No, I asked Tia, this woman had a thing around her neck which said, don't have to, basically, I'm exempt from wearing a mask. And she did, and Tia pointed out, she said, Dad, look at that. I was like, what's that, Tia? She said, that cow over there, she ain't got a mask on. She didn't say that bit, but she was pointing out to me.
Well, I never knew that you had to. I didn't realise that.
And I was like, oh, that's just ignorant, isn't it? Because I'm wearing a mask and it's not comfortable.
Well, obviously she was exempt.
But not everyone is. Bertie down the road wasn't when I seen him in there.
What's with the old names again?
Bertie Bassett was not exempt, and there he was, didn't have a mask on, and everyone else had a mask on, and no one was impressed, but no one dared say up to him. Because don't upset Bertie's feelings doing it. No. We don't mind if he gives everyone COVID.
But if you got asthma or like COPD,
Yeah, but he didn't look like he did, he looked perfectly fit and healthy.
are you a doctor?
He was walking around in a leotard like Mr. Motivator, jumping up and down, doing
Why
squats.
are you talking so much lies all the time?
Every 2 seconds he was dropping down and doing 50 push-ups, so therefore he must have been fit and ready to go.
Yeah, this is actually quite a serious conversation and you're just ripping it all the way through it.
I'll rip it up, man. It's all good in the hood. Anyways, hello, Trouble. You okay, Paul?
Why are you calling the dog trouble?
Oh, mwah.
You're more trouble than him.
Try my
I
best.
still don't know when he's telling the truth.
So, there is a woman who had a thing on her neck.
You keep bloody saying there's this woman down the road here, but there isn't a woman, is
There
there?
is. Tia pointed her out to me.
Stop lying.
Tia pointed her out to me. She's called Dodgy Sue. She had a note around her neck.
lying. Guys,
Trust me, all Sues are dodgy.
don't take him for serious, because I don't want you to go and ask about these lanyards at your doctors.
Let me know if in the box below in the comments. Have you seen somebody who wears a note round the neck saying
Leigh.
"F off, I'm exempt"?
But I'm on being honest about your lanyard things. If that's the truth and people don't know that's the
Go
truth.
and ask a doctor. They'll tell you. My doctor's horrible. What a cow. Sure, right. Oh, okay. Oh, I've got to get home. I was like, love, well, I need some like tablets or something a few weeks ago.
This is the truth, is she says I'm too busy for this.
Yeah, I was like 10 to 6. She's told me to go in and she was running 20 minutes late. Not me. It ain't my fault she was plucking her toenails of all the fluff out of her socks. I was like, go in. Okay, so I told her the issue. It was with me. What was it with her?
Face.
No, the original issue. My stomach, it was when I was really unwell with a bloody alcohol poisoning or whatever it was. And she's like, okay, well, I don't think there's much wrong with you. We'll just give you some tablets. All right, love, no problem. Could also get some creams.
You've got a bit of
yeah.
rosacea.
Not any special creams, it's cream for my face.
That's why he's always so paranoid about when he goes
Yeah.
red.
I said, can I get some stronger cream? Is it really important?
I haven't got time.
Well, my face is sort of turning the colour of a bloody beetroot, love. It's kind of important to me. Could you make another appointment and see somebody else, please? I've got to get home and have my dinner. Love.
Leigh, are you now in Plymouth?
No, she's like, she was...
you're going to Farmer Giles or
doctor,
something like that. No, I'm going Irish, actually.
I can't do an Irish accent or an Indian accent. But she was Indian anyway, that's the main thing. And she was like really rushing me.
What accent was you doing there?
I'd rather have Doc Martin. At least he looks after his customers and patients. I don't know, you know. You know how many trips I had to make this breakfast? 3 trips. Went out the first time. I didn't come back with some stuff. Eggs and mushrooms.
No,
yeah, you did.
bacon and mushrooms.
Bacon and mushrooms. I ain't got no eggs. Go to the shop, get the eggs.
So, bear in mind, we was in the car and we're driving home.
Yeah, that's how you drive.
And he phones up and says, "Oh,
What's the
we've
issue?
got no bacon." You knew I'd just been to Sainsbury's.
No. You rang me like 15, 20 minutes earlier when I was walking back from where I was. He said, Leigh, I'm on my way, I'm going around to Sainsbury's now to get my mum's shop. I thought, I'll take you a while. I got here, I was like, oh, well, we could do some bacon because it's not in the freezer. Oh, I'm already on my way back. All right, fair enough. Didn't expect you to get the bacon, which you did. Then was like, oh, no eggs. Right, I'll go to the shop, get the eggs, come back, carry on with the dinner. Carry on. Damn, we got no beans. Go to the shop, come back, carry on. I was like, oh, for God's sake, not another trip. We had no ketchup. Went to the one shop, no ketchup. Had to go back to the other shop to get the ketchup. 3 trips and cooked up
And
a
a tin of
storm.
tomatoes, I think you had to get.
Yeah, that was part. I got that with the beans.
What
with
it
the
is,
ketchup.
we've done a delivery for Asda for Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there's no point in fetching a load of stuff because we've got a delivery coming, and then we just figured out that we didn't actually have half the stuff we needed for this.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Now, isn't it funny? And I will say this because we're going to nip off in a minute. But when you make a cooked breakfast yourself, it's nowhere near as nice I'm not saying the ingredients are as quality, but it's nowhere near as when you have it out and about, is it? There's just something about an English breakfast. I think it's when it's brought to you.
This was a posh one as well, guys, because the bacon was like very expensive. We've got cheesy hash browns. We got everything was expensive. Even posh eggs.
Do you know what I think when it comes to this sort of thing? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like a hash brown. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was alright, but it's just cheap shit, isn't it?
Yeah, like, I'd rather have just had a hash brown, to be honest.
Some nice hash browns.
And a bacon, I don't know what eat bacon. I like a bacon sandwich. That was alright. Mushrooms.
That bacon's lovely.
Mushrooms. And chopped tomatoes. They weren't that bad. It was like tomato soup with a few lumps in it. I'll probably give it a miss though next time. I've tried it. I've tried everything you can have in a cooked breakfast now, I think. I've tried it all. I've tried black pudding as well a while back. So, I'm just a baked bean, sausage, fried egg kind of guy. What can I say?
I don't think you'd ever be... like now, I don't think your taste buds would change, would they, to like different things like mushrooms?
No, not mushrooms.
What was wrong with that one, would you have said?
I don't know. What with the mushroom?
Have you bossed the plate?
No, they're all bossed. I need to get this line sorted.
Was it like this consistency or the taste?
It was the taste.
Right.
The consistency when they're slimy, I don't like that when they're in like casseroles or whatever. But it was just the taste. Today.
And yet he likes Leeks, but the same sort of similar taste to an onion when it's cooked. But
I don't know. The Leeks are like...
You don't see Leeks as onions, do you though?
It's not as thick, I don't think.
No, Leeks are slightly thicker than an onion.
Oh.
Well...
I don't know.
But isn't it funny? It's the same sort of flavour. To me, Leeks just like a giant spring onion.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Don't you think? Like, you know what a spring onion looks like?
Yeah, obviously.
Don't you think a leek looks like a giant spring onion?
Yeah.
You know the long green things?
Yeah, I got you.
You didn't know what a leek was?
Yeah, I do. I need one now. I need a...
Do you know, just for a second there, I was like, what does he need a leek? And then he has
No, I'm not cooking up any more food right now. We've got plans, food plans that are coming your way. We need to sort everything out because we took about 5 steps backwards here, guys. We had the lighting fine and now it's just way too white. We've got to sort this shit out.
You had to turn it on, didn't you? It was alright without it. And you'll see that when you look back. I told him we looked like we work in the hospital.
I'll sort it, I'll find it.
And you know the problem is with that light? It makes that when you move... Oh, it's not doing that. Yeah, it distorts the colour.
Yeah, if you have it off, then it will look even darker. So I don't know.
Look, see, and then it just lights dark. And these are the best ones. These nice warm colours like that. Now look, see that looks nice.
You make it more white. These things.
No, you turn that one off.
I will do when we finish. I can't reach it right now.
No, put your hand in front of that then. Right. Now, but take it off. That looks better. You look more human. If you have just that
I want to have the food. That's what I concentrate on.
Yeah, but look at the food there. It just looks dull. It looks lit up there.
Anyways, this could go on for a while, guys. Thank you for watching.
This is the game we literally have with Leigh and the lighting and the food.
I just want it to look good.
If something goes just a little bit wrong, I have to contend with that all night long.
I just want the food to look good. We need to start using these huge trays because they're just too big.
We need some smaller ones. They look good. I think they look good.
Yeah, we just need some big plates that ain't quite this big.
Anyway, guys, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of I'm and Leigh's Munch Mukbang.
And our little production meeting that was just going on then about what we need to do for future videos.
Do you know what? Let's have your input. So that's white lighting or this warm lighting. I prefer warm. He prefers the white lighting. But I just think it looks a bit clinical. Whereas that makes me look human. Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Remember to be kind, remember to be nice. Comment, share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And you can always see what Leigh posts on the community tab.
I posted today. Woohoo!
Anyway, we hope you've had a lovely evening, day, morning, whatever. We will see you next time. Say bye, Barney.
Bye, Barney.
Woof. Anyway, see you soon.
Latest, people.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. I can't reach you, so you just have to wait and watch.
You're just going to have to just talk and just carry on.
Hello.
Come on, then.
Fucking hell, I ain't money for that.